All right now we're going to talk about some basic internet ideas. We're calling this Martial Arts in the Internet, Part 1. Slide number 1, before we get started, remember the quality of your marketing is going to be the quality of the product you offer. Common sense, but don't forget about the most important thing that happens at your school, which is the product that you provide every day. Teaching classes, following up with students, retention, the nuts and bolts that you have to have in place before you even start entertaining the idea of marketing yourself on the internet. Think of your retention, your classes, your product as your base, and this is what's going to take you to a whole new level. One more before we get started, growth and evolution. Growth is the process of adding physical, mental value over a given period of time. Now, let me just cover my bases here. This is in the opinion of a martial artist, not to offend any scientists that may come across this recording. Next, evolution, the process of taking a specific set of physical, mental circumstances and recreating them into something bigger. That's what we're doing with this internet marketing. We're not handing out flyers anymore. We're providing a 24/7 billboard that goes out through the internet where people can watch us, make comments on us. There's social transparency. We're constantly on stage, which could be an absolutely explosive thing if we do it the right way. Nuts and bolts, let's get right to the point. Whenever you're creating something to distribute on the internet, first thing you want to do is define the objective. Creation and distribution of content that will create positive buzz and go viral in your area. All right? So what's the content that's going to stick? It's not save 20% this week if you sign up. I mean, that's all good and well, but you have to make sure that you've developed enough let's see, a relationship with your students, with your prospects, before you start firing out discounts. Otherwise, the only thing they have to compare your school to another school is the price, which cheapens your program and cheapens things that you're doing. Okay, so define your objective, all right, quality content. Number 2 is your strategy. Organize your content and internet outlets in a way that directs back to you. Think of like bubbles or clouds that surround your school. All of them should be platforms that ultimately lead back to you. YouTube videos of your classes, Facebook posts that ultimately lead them back to your website, mobile campaigns that bring them back to you, maybe a blog that describes your thoughts on the martial arts industry and how it benefits children at school, right, and then a link back to your website. So we're putting out information out there that's not just a flyer that says, once again, save 20% with a cheesy ad. No, we're creating something that people can watch, people can interact with, and once again, leads back to you. Consistency. Make sure it's recent, frequent, and potent. Recent, when's the last time you did it? And was it annoying? Make sure it's not annoying, okay? Frequent, okay. How many times have you posted on Facebook in the past month? Is it weekly? Is it daily? Make sure it's daily, okay? And is it potent? What is the emotional effect of the content that you're putting up on the internet? Are you writing an article that's dry, or are you writing an article that's catching people's attention? Very important. Filtering. Watch what you say. All right, very important on Facebook. We don't want to write dumb things in the status bar. Internet wars. Think of it, you want to get ahead of the competition, all right? And you're at a great advantage if they're not doing it in your area, but your weapons are Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Blogger, WordPress, Tumblr, mobile platforms, Google. Don't worry about them. We're going to focus all of them. We're going to focus on 3, which is basically your Facebook, your YouTube, and mobile. Ammunition is your content. Okay, the things that you put out, we talked about that. And your long-term success on the internet is the strategy that you cultivate and implement over time. See, you can create buzz and excitement inside of the school, and that's fantastic. That's step 1. You have to have that. This will not work unless you have that presence. Once you develop that, once you have such a buzz, then you take it to the internet and let every one of your students, let all of their friends know the amazing things that are happening in your school. That's what this internet war is all about. Strategy. Keep it simple, and remember, it's all about attracting attention. Facebook. Here's what your Facebook page looks like. Establish quality reach. What does that mean? You want Facebook followers. Friend every student who walks through your front door, right? Establish connections with people who maybe inquired about the school but didn't sign up. Friend them on Facebook, okay? motivate people to become fans of your page. Okay, in other words, once you've created a Facebook fan page or business page, you're going to encourage them to like it. Avoid damaging content. To keep this quite blunt, don't say stupid things. Engage. Okay, the good, the average, the ugly, and the very ugly. All right, what to post on Facebook. You can see the good. Let's just take one. A big thanks to our student of the month, Ryan Giese. We're very lucky to have you as a student. Like this post to show your support. And then what will happen is your friends will see it go through the newsfeed. They click like. They show their support for Ryan. All right. Next blog posts, YouTube videos. You get the idea. We'll cover that in some other tutorials. The average, the ugly, and the very ugly. Save 25% if you sign up for our Fall Action Pack program. What does that even mean? You're saving 25% on something that you know nothing about. Number one rule in sales, value before price. People always buy, right? Life is pain. That's just ugly, all right? It's all about your image on the internet. Taught 100 classes this week. I really need to get away from it all. Basically, what you're telling your students is that you taught their classes, you're not excited about your board, and you need to get away. Okay, so avoid things like that. Not good at all, and tell your staff the same. Why bother with all this? Because the sales landscape has changed dramatically. People are searching for what they want on the internet and on their mobile devices. Catch their attention or get left behind. Earn the right to ask for the sale. Okay, in other words, if you put out all this quality content, you're already proving yourself. So when people walk through the front door, the amount of objections that they have are going to be minimal because they've already seen your classes on YouTube. They've already watched people talk about you behind your back on Facebook. They already watched you interact with people on their Facebook pages, their friends' pages. All right. How do you promote Facebook? Simple. Announce it in classes. Moms and dads, we're happy to let you know that we're on Facebook. This is a great way for us to interact and touch base with our students. Make sure you friend us and become a fan of our page. Next, friend any student who signs up at the school. Once you fill out their information, Joe Smith, you go right on Facebook and request them as a friend. Hang up a poster. Have a laptop, iPad available for parents to log on during their kids' classes, right, and become fans there. Stay consistent on the page. Facebook retention, evolution of the good job note. Private praise is good. Public praise is explosive. If you post something positive on a student's page, they are going to share it with their friends. And in essence, they're sharing you. All right, you become viral. Let's switch to YouTube. There are over 2 billion views on YouTube every 24 hours. It's all about allowing people to see what you do and who you are from the comfort of their own technology, their computer, their laptop, their iPad, their mobile device. Become viral within your community. What do you put on YouTube? The good, the average, the ugly, the very ugly. Your students performing, awesome. One of your top classes. A motivating message, student highlights. And be specific. Your demo team performing, and definitely have your instructors perform. The average, the ugly, the very, very ugly. A video of you talking about political opinions with respect to the current national debt. What does that do to attract the students to your school? Or how does that get them focused on the positive impact of what your classes have to offer? Right? Impersonating Mike the Situation from the Jersey Shore. I mean, these are things that are just bad, and avoid them at all costs. We talked about attracting attention. Here it is. Did you see Sensei Chris's training video? Just watching American Training Tips. Want to come over and check out my karate school online? I can't wait to see the demo team perform. Are they on YouTube yet? I can't wait to share Emily's video on Facebook. Ron, check out my son Vincent on YouTube. Wow, he's good. Where does he train? It all leads them back to you behind your back on these internet platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and there's hundreds of other ones, but let's just start with the biggies and make it simple. Okay, last but not least is a QR code. All right, in another tutorial, we'll describe exactly how to create one. Basically, what happens is you take a link, let's just say your YouTube fan page or website, and you create this quirky-looking box, which is called a QR code. Families then have the opportunity to take a picture from their phone, and it directs them right to the link. All right, that's the end of our slideshow. Just some ideas on Internet Marketing Part 1.